The ANC had an opportunity to withdraw the motion of no confidence, which would not have amounted to a coalition agreement or a stability pact, but which could have given us time in a calm, reflective mode to consider the future of the city. And it's extremely unfortunate that despite various efforts, that they went ahead with a motion of no confidence, and then according to their provincial secretary, there's no plan. So you bring down a government, what now? The point has to be made that that kind of thing must end, because it has implications for the city. One of the last things we were doing was finalizing an overdraft facility for the city with Absa Bank. The pricing committee was sitting on that. Now, what sort of signal do you send to institutions out there about the city of Tshwane if you bring down a government without any plan being in place? People dancing around council chamber, the speaker leaving his seat. I mean, like Cedric the Entertainer. Like what does that signal about the seriousness of the leadership of Tshwane? And what I'm worried about is if we don't stop this kind of behavior, the financial recovery that we've been working on painstakingly will be compromised. So when Sally became the mayor, within a year, we had turned a deficit into a surplus. Then the city was placed under administration, and a 200 million rand surplus at the beginning of that financial year was wiped out by ANC provincial administrators. More than 4 billion rand deficit after they had done their work. Now, that kind of thing has to stop. It leads to poor service delivery. It leads to the breakdown of institutions. It leads to qualified people who might otherwise work in local government or might otherwise work in Gauteng, not working in government or going to work in the Western Cape. We have to rebuild the credibility of the city of Tshwane as an employer of choice, as a destination for investment, as a place that banks and financial institutions can trust. And we're not going to do that by clowning around. So I really do hope that sanity can prevail here. And I can only give the assurance that we will act like the adults in the room.
There's a team of remarkable men and women who have been doing quite a lot here in Tshwane, who actually had, through a very, very tough time, shown some stand and, the gees to be able to then do what needs to be done. What is the way forward? We are actually going to be fielding Cilliers Brink again as the mayoral candidate when these nominations open up again. I am engaging and will be engaging throughout this whole weekend and possibly in the next week with other political parties as well. We will still be engaging with the ANC, whether we're doing it at a national level or the local level. We'll still attempt to, reach out to them at a provincial level, to see if we're able to then find each other. What I found very interesting is that yesterday, him and Mashaba goes and make a pronouncement to then say there's an agreement with the ANC in terms of Nasipi Moyo being their candidate, and that has been agreed on. And the ANC later on saying, no, that is Hemen's wish, that is not their agreement. Which then says that there is no deal on the table. And we now need to then bring everybody around the table and say, do you want stability, in the municipality of Tshwane? But not only the municipality of Tshwane, in other municipalities as well. It cannot be that we're talking about a GNU at a national level. We're talking about the unity that we are assisting the ANC to bring into this country. We are assisting the ANC to bring even in KZN. And yet, when it comes to Gauteng and its municipalities, something else is happening, and this is a conversation that we're going to need to have, with all these other political parties.